and welcome to my community on Afrocentric Television Channel 15.8. This is the station that brings about what's happening in diaspora. This is Houston, by the way, and you're live here with Kola, your host. Today we are going to be talking to one of our youngpreneurs, I call them, and she is here to talk about her products and what got her started. You know, it's always good to encourage our young ones that when they grow, they will not depart from it. The Bible has said it, encouraged it, and here I am with Daniela Omokwale.
Yes. Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And I learned you're a full-time student.
Yes, I am. I'm in school for nursing.
For nursing?
Yes.
That's interesting. And how did you become a creative director or creative person, a fashion person?
Well, growing up, it was hard to see people with the same culture, even the same color as me. And so my mom would always teach me...
Wait. Even the same colors? You didn't grow up in Nigeria?
No, I didn't.
Ah.
I was born in Nigeria, but lived abroad. I lived in Scotland and now here in the United States.
And on our left here is Mom.
Yes.
Mom, yes. Temi Omokwale.
Yeah.
She's a realtor too, by the way, and also in school for occupational therapist.
Yes.
Okay, I'm still trying to see how you people balance academics and business and all of that. So you said you grew up, you were born in Nigeria, but grew up overseas in Australia, Scotland. I'm sorry.
Scotland, yes.
How long were you in Scotland for?
We lived there from 2001 to 2006, and then we moved to the United States in 2006 as well.
How young are you?
I'm 19 years old.
You are?
Yes.
And you're already, doing your thing?
Yes, got to.
So that's a passion, or is that what you... But you said you're in school for nursing, contradictory,
Yes, they are two different avenues, but I'm still passionate about both. I'm passionate about helping people, and I'm also passionate about educating people about my culture in a modern way. So
that's what birthed this brand, yes, called DANISTEE.
DANISTEE, yes.
DANISTEE. So give us a little overview about DANISTEE.
So DANISTEE is an Afrocentric design that I wanted to create.
Y'all heard that? Afrocentric design.
That creates a modern twist on African pieces and our fabrics. Ankara, for example, originated from Nigeria. I wanted to create modern pieces such as this purse and give people a fun way of carrying Africa around. And
and people have been rocking it.
Yes.
They have been rocking it. I remember going to your site, I saw these mad-ass tennis shoes, and I'm like, whoa. I just had to inbox whoever it was behind it, like, yo, what is this going for? Mm-hmm. And, and I showed my wife, she was like, this is mad cool. So I sent it to a few, just to encourage whoever was behind it, to a few friends of mine, and they were like, no, I got to get one of this, And I thought that was really, really awesome, right? So now that you're in, how did you get started? Because this thing requires money.
Yes, it does.
How did you get started?
I was fortunate enough to have my parents be my sponsor for this and really be my backbone. Yes.
Mom. Yes. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'll be right back with you. But Mom, yes. So what did you see in Daniela that makes you feel like you? First of all, give us a little background of yourself. I learned your sister runs
Runway Dubai. Yes, in Dubai. So she's into fashion herself.
So it runs in the blood, basically.
It runs in the blood because when we were growing up, my daddy made sure we all went to fashion school, despite what we were reading in school. So my senior sister followed it up, and that's what she's doing up till date. She has lots of people who come to her show once a year in November. So she normally runs the show in November. So my daughter, she talks to my sister almost every day. So that was encouraging her to do is this. She's a fashionista. That's
nice.
Daniela is a fashionista. So she started drawing things she liked. She said, "Mommy, I would like to open my fashion line." I'm like, You must be kidding me. She said, no, mommy, I'm serious. So she knows this child is so, she's persistent, like, mom, I have to do this. So I discussed with my husband, and my husband said, okay, let's have a meeting. What are your plans? How much do you need to start off? So she told us, and we just started supporting her, and I was, to my surprise, she's been having a lot of people calling her.
So you gave her the seed money to get started, and does that make you a part owner of her business?
Yes, Daniela.
Yes,
yes,
of course.
we are. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you like our president today are born lucky.
Yeah.
I don't like using the word lucky. You're blessed. Let me just put it that way. A lot of times our parents don't see the talent in us, and they are quick to kill it.
Yeah.
They will ask you to focus on your education. But the beauty of it is you can mask both. You can, stay focused and grounded on your academics, and also get creative. I learned also you're an artist. You can draw.
Yes. I started drawing at the age of 11. I just woke up one day, I said, Mom, I want to learn how to paint. And she's like, okay. And she didn't even stop my dream. That's what I love about my parents, is that they're so flexible and open to new
tasks, ideas, and
they're open to creativity. And I know usually for African parents, it's either you're a doctor, a lawyer, or engineer.
I know,
but I'm glad that she's able to see other passions.
I mean, she's seen her sister succeed at it.
Yes.
I mean, so where in Nigeria are you all from, ma'am?
My husband is from Edo State, Uromi.
Uromi.
Uromi, yes.
Nice.
Yes.
So I asked that question specifically. So Edo people, not be all of them being winshow. I'm just saying. But here's a mother and her husband, of course, supporting their young. Are you the only child, Daniela?
I'm not. I have two younger brothers. They're both in basketball, and one's in 11th grade, and the other one is in 8th grade now. Yeah.
So they all draw too, or just you?
The youngest draws. The other one can't draw at all.
Yeah, maybe he would just wake up one day and say, Mom, I need some materials to create a car.
Yeah.
Just don't stop his dream.
No.
Yeah.
You have done it for Daniela. Make room for others.
Yes.
And this is really nice. Have you been able to pay your debt back?
I have been, yes.
So that means business is good.
Business is good. I thank God, honestly.
Oh, I like that word. I thank God.
Yeah.
So you reference to God in your business.
Yeah.
So where do you, what kind of designs, are they all contemporary? Because I'm looking at, this is a t-shirt, right?
Yes. This is
So the tees have, can you spread that for us? Let's see what it looks like. Oh, okay.
modern twist.
I see. Not just the regular where, naturally they print some things on here and believe it's a design, but now that is an Ankara.
Quality Ankara.
Or some the tees and all of that. And I see the Ankara inspired purse also.
This one I had so much fun designing. It comes in different colors. It comes in pink, another purple, but it comes with like yellow on it. I have orange and green. And when I was designing this, I was like, I need the color to pop. I wanted to blind somebody. So when I created this, I was so excited when it came out because I love velvet. I love the colors, and I love the modern twist. A lot of people do like these bags because it adds color to their wardrobe.
I mean, look at it. The simplicity is what I love the most.
Yes.
It's not so busy, it's just that simple. You can carry it casually or to the office and whatnot. And I see you're wearing a hoodie. So this is one of your products?
These are one of my hoodies when I first started. This was when I first launched, and it went, like a lot of people were buying it because they were like, wow, like this is different. They're not used to seeing just hoodies with Ankara on it.
I know.
It's not really
It's
normal.
truly a modern twist.
Yeah.
So how do y'all balance all of these things, Mom? How do you manage the family and at the same time, you support her, I believe.
Yes.
How were you able to balance, the family and your business, the real estate part, and her business, and of course dad's, and manage the other siblings and?
Yeah, it's not been easy, but one thing I realized is that if you plan your day well, your time is.
Oh yes, of essence. Yeah.
Essence. So you have to plan. If you're planning to do things at certain times, you have to get them done. So what we do, like now during the day when we have orders, I try to make sure we have the list ready, try and ship them on time. Because you, at the end of the day, you want good reviews.
That's key. That's one of the things I look for.
Yes.
If there are bad reviews and it's becoming common, if it's trend now, then my wife will be like, nah.
No, exactly. So I told her that you have to try and always please your customers there, because your customers are always right. If somebody's not happy about something, try and address it as soon as possible and things like that. So, but during the day, she goes to school, comes back from school, does her homework, then check what she has. You know, in the meantime, during her free time, like weekends sometimes, she's designing or drawing.
So what is the lead time? If I place an order today online, what is the lead time?
I can typically ship it out the next day.
Awesome.
Yes. Although she has some pre-order items.
Some pre-order items may take longer, but like items that we have in stock, such as our hoodies, our t-shirts, the purses, we even have backpacks as well. I can ship it out the next day. I'm pretty.
How about the shoes? That's what I'm mad about.
The shoes are on pre-order status, so it does take a little bit longer.
Well, what is a little bit longer, if I may ask?
So typically, when I do a pre-order, I give people a month. A lot of people a month to pre-order.
Because it goes from design to creation and then to okay.
And once I receive them and finish making them, I send them out immediately. And everyone will receive a tracking code so they can.
Okay, so they can track, they can get a real time where their stuff is lying. Awesome. Any plans for Christmas?
Anyone? I want to relax. It's time to relax. Just enjoy time with family. So,
Aww, talking about relax time with family. Yeah, well, mom, siblings, dad, all you got now, so you got to love them.
Yeah.
Plus, they've been very, very supportive.
Very supportive, yes.
That's awesome. So if people wanna order from you now, how can they get you? You have a website, you are on social media. I mean, let them know.
So I'm on Facebook, which is at DANISTEE, so DANISTEE. And then I'm on Instagram as well, at DANISTEE as well, DANISTEE. And then we're on Twitter, so DANISTEE and then DANISTEE1. So we have a website, it's DANISTEE.com, and you can purchase all these items that you've seen here today, such as the purse and the t-shirt, and we have some sales going on, so don't hesitate to check it out.
Just tell them you're from Afrocentric Television, and you will get a discount. How about that?
Yeah.
You know, well, it's been a pleasure. It's been a wonderful time with you guys in the studio, and this is very, very encouraging for, you know, coming from Africa, coming from Nigeria precisely, especially not just Lagos, where they think everyone over there is, you know, the level of exposure is much higher. You're talking about from Edo, from I learned you went in Port Harcourt, you lived in Port Harcourt. So people parents have been more open-minded to supporting their children now, and you guys are going places. I'm hoping that where we stopped is just going to be you know, the beginning point for you guys. You know, sky is not just the limit. You can scale. Don't stop. I enjoy time with you. I love what you do. I'm passionate about your product, so we will be ordering, you know, stuff. And well, let's stay encouraged, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much. It was fun. Thank you, Mom, for supporting her dream. And thank you for doing us Africans proud.
Thank you.
I'm glad. And Merry Christmas in advance.
Merry Christmas to you.
All right. We will be right back. Don't touch the dial.
Hi, my name is Daniela, and I am the owner of DANISTEE, and I'm Afrocentric.
My name is Temi Omokwale, and I'm Afrocentric.
Hi, my name is Jon Menefee, and I am running for U.S. Congress in the 9th District of Texas, and I am Afrocentric.
Welcome back to my community on Afrocentric Television Channel 15.8. I told y'all this is the station that brings about what's going on in Houston, especially to us Africans in diaspora. We are here again with one of our Houstonians that wants to represent us in Congress. We're here with Jon Menefee, a candidate for the U.S. Congress District 9. welcome to the show.
Good morning, sir. Good afternoon.
How are you?
Doing great. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Beautiful day.
Awesome. So tell us, you're running for this office.
Yes, sir. Right. District 9.
What does that entail?
Well,
working with the Congress.
If you live south of Westheimer and north of West Belfort, you're in my district. Also, my area covers Missouri City, north of Highway 6, Sunnyside, and almost all the way to 45 between 610 and Beltway 8.
Wow.
That's a big district.
That's a big district.
Lots of area, very diverse, wonderful community. I've been here for 18 years and absolutely love it.
So as an individual, before you chose to run for this office, what do you do?
I'm an IT consultant. I go in where there's problems with having their IT, small offices mostly, like 5 to 10 people there. I go in and I design an IT platform just around how they work. I don't do a rubber stamp. Say, how does your workflow go? And I design the IT to fit their needs, not my needs.
The need of the customer.
Exactly.
So I asked you that just to get a little background of who you are and what your personality is like. So when you and that sums a whole lot up, right? So to the effect that if you get to Congress, you work for the people and what matters to the community where they are.
I'll be going there to bring my ideas. The whole idea for me to even run for office was to make District 9 a better place to live. And for people who live here to know what their needs are and get their needs met.
In the southwest side of Houston, I don't know if that's part of your district.
Yes, sir, sure is.
There's a lot of young girls. Houston, by the way, is known for sex trafficking now.
It's horrible.
So are there going to be policy in place to help curb all of these things? And
yes, sir. The federal government will work with the local governments to, with grants or with other types of aid to curb this human trafficking problem we have. And Houston's huge about it. And a lot of the problems come in through, for example, in the Asian community, a lot of problems come through people who are promised things and come here and it's not what they think it is. It's pretty sad. We need to stop this stuff. A lot of them are not here illegally. They're here legally.
Right.
But they were brought here under false premises.
Hey, and that's why it's called trafficking.
Exactly.
Right. So something needs to be done about it.
Yes, sir.
And you representing this district will help curb all of these, illegalities and what's not. I learned also you're a U.S. Marine, a veteran.
Yes, sir. From 1981 to 1984, I was U.S. Marines. I was in the artillery. And so it was a very interesting time in my life.
Good memories, huh?
Boot camp is as hard as you've heard it is.
I learned the saying. There's a saying that says you're the first one in, the last one out.
Yes, sir. Marines are the cutting edge of the armed forces of the United States. We are almost always we're the rapid deployment force. We're small, but we're very fast and very efficient.
So you served before. Served your country.
Yes, sir.
You now want to serve your people.
Yes, sir.
Where you have lived for the last 18 years.
That's it. This is the area I love. I love it here. My wife says, "You would go north or go someplace." I said, "No. Right here, I can drive 2 miles and be any place I want to be in."
Within 2 miles radius. Yes, you're right.
That's awesome. My neighbors are all amazing people. It's just great place to live. My wife says you're right, so we're staying here.
Mr. Menefee, you're running against an incumbent.
Yes, sir. Congressman Al Green.
Congressman Al Green, who's been there in the last 15 years already?
15 years, yes, sir.
What are you going to be doing different? What are you bringing to the table?
Well, the one thing, Congressman Al Green I'll give him credit for being the first African American to be elected to office in the 9th District. That was kudos for that. The problem is, nothing's happened in the past 15 years. He's written 192 pieces of legislation, and not one of them has gone to law. And I don't know why. So I probably bring in my ability to get things done, to work with other people. I'm willing to work with people across the aisle. No problem with that. You know, if a bill comes across and says it'll help my people and it's constitutional and it's moral, I'll vote for it. I don't care which party presented the idea. You know.
So, but what party are you running under?
I'm running the Republican Party.
Republican Party.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So, this area, and the person you're running against is an African American.
Yes, sir.
You know, this has a huge concentration of Africans.
It does.
Huge. In fact, it's said to be the highest number of Houston is said to be the highest number.
Contains the highest number of Africans in the United States,
Awesome.
right? So for them to say they want to throw their weight behind you, there's a whole lot going on.
In the immigration reforms and all those things. How is the U.S. Congress? Because right now the party is kicking against, you know, a whole lot of things.
Throwing, you know, let's just put it in a ball. Immigration issue is on the high right now. How are Houstonians, especially the Africans in this area, going to feel much secured, saying, you know what, we are not here, we are not troublemakers, we are not, you know, and that has been iterated by even the mayor himself. You know, the Africans are not
troublemakers, they're loving people, but of course there are people here that are hard workers.
Exactly.
So people are here not legally, well, they came in legally, but they have overstayed their boundary, but
they don't feel secure going back to where they're from because of the threat that is
to their life, and they've seen a better life where they are here. Are there things you're going to be doing to see if they can be better accommodated?
Well, the ones that overstayed their visas, we need to get them to immigration and get this resolved. The ones that are here, that came here illegally, that crossed the border illegally, first off, we need to secure the border.
Of course, that's key.
A given.
That's
there.
key.
And a lot of these overstays on visas can be resolved fairly simply. Okay, probably working on a case-by-case basis. That's probably the best way of fixing it. But you're right. The African community is very strong in my district, and they're very hard workers. But then they don't vote very much, from what I've seen.
So what would you do to encourage them to come out? That's where I'm actually driving at. Because, I mean, we as Africans, I mean, I vote, right? But I notice also that a lot of Africans probably don't feel like, I don't know him. I don't know if he's going to support, you know, what we're about anyway. I don't want to waste my time. Exactly. You know, what can you say to them to encourage them to come out to vote? Well, especially to vote for you.
Well, that's the thing. In this race, it would be truly impossible for me to win without the African vote. It's impossible. You know, this area is votes very heavy Democrat, okay, and has been for a long time. But we need well, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I would know for a fact that the only reason I would win is because of their voting. You know, I won't get into office. You know, I will not make it to D.C. without their vote, and they're gonna know me. I am in the community. I've been here for 18 years, and I visit lots of places. So my door's always open. In fact, I have an office here at 9896 Bissonnet.
Oh, Bissonnet here.
Exactly, right down the street from you guys. In fact, it's right across from my favorite restaurant in the area, which is Finger Lickin'.
Finger Lickin'.
Right across the street. Awesome.
Nice.
There.
So, you know, Africans are very, very religious, right? But lately, they know that the schools are not, you know, they're taking out God or Jesus Christ out of the school.
This happened in 1962. You know, that's, okay. When I grew up in high school, I went to high school, junior high, middle school. Prayer had already been removed from schools, but most of the people who were there in schools had the experience of praying in school, and so the morals and the respect for elders was still there, still strong. But when we took out the prayer 2 generations later, we're looking at, these kids have no respect for their elders because in school, for example,
there's nothing instilled in them.
Exactly, and it comes from the family. It comes from the schools. When the schools are not allowed to discipline children, what's going to happen? They're going to act out. Children need boundaries, and if you don't give them boundaries, they're going to cause problems.
Of course, I guess that's one of the things one of the reasons why they're carrying guns and stuff now, right?
Into schools.
And that's a talk for another day. But this time, let's work on getting you into office,
yes, sir.
right? How can people who can vote for you?
Well, okay. When I go to meet somebody, for example, the first thing I do is say, "John, how can I help you? What can I do?" I said, "The first thing you do, the very first thing is pray for me. If you can pray for me, God will lead you to do what is necessary for help me. If He tells you help me, I'm here to listen to you." A lot of people, well, I get a lot of smiles when they say that, but it's truth. I came into this race I never planned on being in this Congress. In fact, May 17th of 2018, my only concern.
Oh wow, it's been that long.
Oh yeah, well, no, in 2018, May of 2018, my biggest concern was putting the food on my table and a roof over my head.
Right.
That's all I worried about. That was May 17th. On May 18th, my whole life changed because in Santa Fe High School, right down the street down here, a mentally disturbed young man walked into a high school, shot and killed 8 students and 2 teachers.
I remember.
Now, what that made for me was, what changed for me was, that's the school I graduated from.
Oh wow.
So it's like, I knew some of my best friends had kids in school at that time. And so I called them up and I asked them to make sure they're all right. And they said, yeah, we're good. But that was the wake-up call for me. But it wasn't the tipping point. It wasn't what made me decide to run. What made me decide to run was what happened afterwards, watching all these politicians saying, oh, it's guns plus bullets equals violence. Well, to me, it's like saying 1 + 1 = 3. You're missing one small part of the equation.
Right.
You're a mentally disturbed young man. Okay, mental health has been ignored for too many years in this country. We need to address that head on. Okay, instead of looking for simple solutions. This is not a simple solution. Simple solutions are simply throwing pills at the children. Here, take this, you'll be all right. That doesn't solve the problem. It simply masks it and sometimes exacerbates the problem. What we need to do is we need to address it head on with counseling, peer-to-peer counseling. For example, Camp Hope, just here in Houston.
I heard about Camp Hope.
Great place. They address the problem by using peer-to-peer counseling. Okay, these are men who are at the edge. They're just most of them are about to commit suicide, and somebody reached out and held their hand and said, "Listen, we can help you." And instead of just giving them pills, they talk to them. They have people who have been there, who've been to the edge, and came back, and they brought them back. And it's a 6-month program. It's a long process. It's not simple, not easy, but it works. So let's find proven
solutions
exactly to the problem. Not simply over the counter or.
Right. You can't repeat the same thing and expect different answers, right?
Exactly. Every time.
Awesome. So, it's almost, the primaries is almost here,
yes, sir.
Which is March 3rd.
March 3rd, right? Day, but I think early voting starts probably about February 15th.
Yeah, and that runs for 2 weeks, I think,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So people can get out there to vote. So how can people find your campaign? How can they support your campaign?
Well, I'm on Facebook, and I'm also on the web at MenefeeForCongress.com. You can go there. You can sign up to be a volunteer. You can donate. If you donate, you'll be helping me tremendously. But the Best thing I have is volunteers. I'd rather have 100 volunteers than $100,000 any day of the week. You know, with people on the ground, I can win.
And so help you God.
Amen.
Well, I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Sir.
Thanks for honoring us. Thanks for honoring an investor.
It's my honor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Well, stay tuned. Don't touch the dial. You heard it all from the candidate for District
9 U.S. Congress. That's what he's running for, U.S. Congress District 9, correct?
Yes, sir.
And Jon Menefee is the name. And so, and his website is Menefee For Congress.
Yes, sir.
.com. Get out there. He needs you. He needs us. We are the African community, and he has expressed it that we have the voting power.
That's right.
Let's come out. If you feel like what he's doing is going to help you, help us, and help our community here in Houston, get out and vote. Early voting starts soon, which is sometimes February next year, right?
That's right.
And the primaries, in order for him to scale through, he has to win the primaries, and that is for March the 3rd. Get out and vote. Your vote is your power. Don't touch the dial. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, my name is Dawn Rogers, and I want to give you a little bit of information about getting your vote out. First off, please check to make sure that you are registered to vote. You can go to www.hctax.net. That's www.hctax.net. On that website, you can put in your name and your address and confirm if you are actually registered to vote in Harris County. Then I want you to take a look at what you can do to become registered to vote. If you are not already registered to vote, you can go to www.hctax.net and register. Fill out the form and mail it back in. The phone number to dial with any questions is 713-274-VOTE. That's 713-274-8683. If, however, you're unable to go to a precinct and vote, then you may want to look into voting by mail. There are 4 different qualifications to be able to vote by mail. If you are 65 and older, if you are in another county, if you are confined in jail but without a felony, and if you have a disability, you are eligible to vote by mail. Again, go to www.hctax.net for more information.
Welcome back to my community on Afrocentric Television, channel 15.8. We told y'all this is the station that brings about what happens in the African community in diaspora. And this time we're in Houston, right? So we told y'all a lot of things will be happening and unveiling itself. One of which is your power, the power you possess, your right to vote. It is your civic duty. Get out there and do something. We will be bringing more of these candidates to the studio for you to talk to them about a whole lot of stuff, right? And then also, as Africans, let's keep supporting the dream. You know, we're entrepreneurial. We have it. We got these people. Let's keep supporting our own. Look at the likes of Daniela Omokwale. She is a youngpreneur, 19 years old, and she's already had her own brand, or she has her own brand, and her mom is also supporting her, and all of these things are working out for good. Let's support ourselves. Let's buy our own, and let's come out to the polls to vote. It is your right. Until next time, please don't touch the dial. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Afrocentric Television, and Afrocentric is with a K. And also follow us on Instagram at Afrocentric TV, and like us on Facebook at Afrocentric TV. And we have our Facebook page, which is your fan page, Afrocentric Houston. Until next time, I remain your host, Kola Akinmuyiwa. Take care and stay out of trouble. Bye-bye.